Hi, friends, and welcome to my very first episode of Dead Curious. Have you ever stayed up late doom scrolling and ended up down a rabbit hole? You had no idea how you got there, but you love it anyway? Well, you're in the right place. We dive into the bizarre, the buried, and the typically haunted questions that we're all dying to know. So go grab your amazing cheap chocolate because we're diving into the waxy, uncanny Valley of Death. Today's story, wax museums. Not the take a selfie with Taylor Swift kind. I'm talking real executions, trauma turned art, and the woman who preserved history by stealing corpses. I have a complicated relationship with wax museums. Yet they're cute, you can take selfies with your favourite artists, but have you ever been inside one when it's quiet? The lights are always dim. My head goes straight into horror movie mode. I'm in a death trap surrounded by possessed plastic that's pretend smiling at me. Okay. Why are you smiling at me like that? What do you know? Has anyone ever seen the movie House of Wax? You know the scene I'm talking about, with the scissors and the ankle? No. No. But why do these places feel like a murder dollhouse? Wax figures didn't start as celebrity doppelgangers. Way back in ancient Egypt and Rome, they were the OG wax warriors. Beeswax was used to make death masks, embalming during mummification. Such a hard word to say. And full body effigies for public mourning. Medieval royalty had life-sized doubles of themselves at their own funerals because their bodies were decaying elsewhere. Afterwards, these effigies would be taken to churches for display, and Westminster Abbey actually has a collection of these, including Edward III, Elizabeth of York, and William III. The wax figure was basically the first celebrity standing, but instead of a stunt double, it's a dead double. Meet the queen of wax herself, Marie Grasholz. Future Madame Tussauds. At just 17, Marie was collecting heads fresh from the guillotine drop in order to make wax death masks. Some of these were people that she knew, friends, relatives, your helpful neighbour Henry down the street. She had to collect the severed heads really fast in baskets and press wax onto them before they decayed. Imagine being a teenager and your job is literally head basket artist. No one was safe from Marie's art. She even collected the heads of royalty to preserve for display. She got Napoleon, Benjamin Franklin. She even done Marie Antoinette's death mask, whose famous last words were, "Pardon me, sir," after she accidentally stepped on her executioner's foot. Marie's life was literally shaped by death. She grew up in Paris during the French Revolution. She was actually imprisoned herself and only escaped the guillotine due to the downfall of Robespierre, who she also made a death mask for. Business is hacked in Paris. Later, Marie, inspired by her mentor Philip Curtius and his Cavern of Grand Thieves, she travelled to England and turned those death masks into an exhibit called the Chamber of Horrors. It basically invented true crime tourism. People paid actual money to see victims of the French Revolution timelessly captured in wax. Victorians were morbid as hell. They bring the kids here for a family day out. You see the likes of famous serial killers such as Jack the Ripper, the working guillotine, which cuts cabbages for demo, and Burke and Hare's death tools, still stained. The exhibit became a carnival of death, torture, and true crime marketed at families. Because nothing says wholesome quality time like a room full of decapitations and little Elizabeth playing with a serial killer's scalpel. I bet you they served blood red sherbet in the gift shop. March 18th, 1925, Madame Tussauds in London burns. Over 300 figures liquefied into a river of wax. Some say that when it was burning to the ground, you could hear screaming coming from inside the museum. The worst loss, though, was Marie's self-portrait. She sculpted that thing at 80 and it melted into grandma soup. Wax isn't just pretty material. It's been used in the likes of witchcraft for centuries. Effigies in wax can be used to curse or bind someone, which is probably why people find wax museums a little bit more spookity. Some wax figures in Eastern Europe have been found to contain human remains. Butcheress Vlad the Impaler. Legend has it that his knuckle bone is embedded within the chest. Basically, wax museums might be hiding more than just plastic. Now let's talk science, because our brains, kind of drama queens, when it sees something almost human, like a wax figure, it freaks out. This is called uncanny valley, where things look too real, but not real enough. Some wax artists have even quit because they've stated that their wax figures have changed expressions during the night. Whether it's haunted or bad craftsmanship, you decide. So what's the takeaway? Wax museums are basically death capsules disguised as tourist entertainment. They're soaked in history, trauma, and enough folklore to keep you up at night. Thanks for hanging out and getting dead curious with me. Don't forget to like and follow for more deep dives. Comment your weirdest museum experience because I need to know. Stay safe, stay spooky, stay curious.